Once upon a time, son, they used to laugh with their hearts. That one line has been rattling around my head since I read it. Because how often do we see that kind of laughter anymore? Like, really? How often do we see people who aren't just laughing because they're supposed to, or because they want to seem fun, or because they're playing along with a joke they don't even care about? When was the last time we saw someone laugh and felt it, really felt it, deep in our chest? I sat with this for a long time. I thought about how many times in my life I've laughed because it was expected. How many times I've smiled at someone because it was polite. How many times I've said something like, "Oh my God, it was so nice seeing you," while knowing in my heart I didn't care. And that's scary, right? Because the more I thought about it, the more I realized I don't even know when I started doing this. I don't know when I stopped laughing with my heart and started laughing with my teeth. When I stopped being real and started being performative. The masks we wear. The poem lists all these different faces. The home face, office face, street face, host face, cocktail face. Like different masks we swap out depending on where we are and who we're around. And that part hit me the hardest. Because don't we all do this? We adapt, we shift, we play the role. At work, we wear the competent professional face. At school, we wear the "I totally have my life together" face. At parties, we wear the "I'm fun and cool, I swear" face. Even at home sometimes, we wear a mask, smiling, pretending we're fine, so we don't have to explain why we're not. And the worst part, we've gotten so good at it that we don't even realize we're doing it anymore. The lie of "feel at home." Are we ever really welcome? Feel at home, they say. Come again. But when I come again, the doors are shut on me. Whew. You ever had that moment? That exact moment? When someone says you're welcome, that you belong, that you should come over anytime. But the next time you do, it's not the same. The warmth is gone. The invitation feels forced. You start second-guessing yourself. Did I overstay my welcome? Did I misread the vibe? Was I ever really wanted here? Or was that just something polite they said in the moment? I think about this a lot. How many times have we all been told things just because it's what you say? We should totally hang out sometime. But you know it's not real. I miss you, but they don't check in. I love you, but their actions don't match their words. The poet gets this. He gets the feeling of realizing that words don't always mean what they should. That sometimes welcome doesn't actually mean welcome. That sometimes we're just fooling ourselves. When we start to play along, learning to be fake, and then the real tragedy. The father in the poem says he learned to be like this. He learned to shake hands without feeling anything. He learned to smile when he didn't mean it. He learned to say things he didn't feel. And if he learned it, that means at some point he didn't know how to be fake. At some point, he was real. Pause. And that's when it hit me. There was a time we were all real. Think about it. Think about kids. Kids don't fake their feelings. They don't hide when they're mad or sad. They don't pretend to like someone they don't. If a kid laughs, you know it's because something was actually funny. If they love you, you feel it. If they're upset, they show it. They're honest. They're raw. But at some point, we all get taught that's not the way the world works. We get told, don't cry in front of people. Don't say that. It's rude. Be polite, even if you don't mean it. Smile, even if you're not happy. And we listen. We learn to play along. We learn to smile when we don't feel like it. To laugh when something isn't funny. To say, I'm fine, when we're breaking inside. And before we know it, we forget what it's like to be anything ourselves that we're still whole, that we're still real. How many of us have looked in the mirror and felt like we're wearing a costume we can't take off? And if we could, would we? Would we even know how? So if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, I do this. I fake smiles. I say things I don't mean. I feel like I've lost something real inside me. Then let's talk about what we can do. Because it's not too late. It never is. Here's what I've been trying to do, and maybe it'll help you too. Pause before you speak. Before you say, I'm fine. Before you say, it's okay. Before you say, yeah, I'd love to. Pause. Ask yourself, do I really mean this? If the answer is no, maybe don't say it. Maybe find a softer truth. Find your real laughter again. If you can't remember the last time you laughed for real, that's a problem. Find the people, the books, the shows, the music, the moments that actually make you laugh. Not the polite, empty kind, the deep, soul-shaking, belly-hurting kind. Let yourself feel, even the ugly stuff. We push down our feelings so much. But what if, just once, we let them out? What if, when we're sad, we don't say, I'm fine. We say, I'm struggling. What if, when we're mad, we let ourselves be mad instead of swallowing it? What if we let ourselves be human again? Look for the people who let you be real. There are people out there, people who won't make you fake a laugh, who won't expect you to wear a mask. Hold on to them, find them, and if you don't have them yet, be that person for someone else. Stop performing. You don't owe anyone a performance. Not online, not in person, not anywhere. It's okay to just be. You don't have to be the funny one, the strong one, the always put together one. You are enough as you are. No script needed. So yeah, that's where I'll leave this. You don't have to fake it. You don't have to play along. You don't have to be anything other than who you are, right now, in this moment. And if nobody's told you this lately, you are real, you are enough, and you are loved. So here's my question to you, my real, honest question. Can we unlearn this? Can we go back? Is it too late? Or can we choose right now to stop playing along, to stop faking it, to start being real again? I think we can. I think we must. I think the world is desperate for something real. And maybe it starts here. Maybe it starts now. Maybe it starts with you. So tell me in the comments, have you ever felt like this? Have you ever caught yourself faking a laugh, a smile, a feeling? Do you wish we could all just be real again? Let's talk. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Because maybe, just maybe, we can bring back what we lost. And lastly, I love you to the moon and back.